Your job is not to perform, it is to align. Alignment is the true currency in this new earth. In my last video, I talked about how I spent a week in complete isolation from the world. I had a procedure done, so I was home for an entire week. And besides for my 3 teenagers, my cat and my dog, I had very little contact with the outside world. And during this week, my phone, which is a new phone, by the way, I actually got it for Mother's Day, it decided to basically crap out on me. It was telling me my storage was full, but I couldn't update the phone because my storage was full. So what I did was I went through my phone and deleted all of my apps just so I could at least make texts and make phone calls while I was in isolation. And a lot of people asked me, well, why did that happen? That shouldn't have happened. You have a new phone. Well, I know why it happened. This was a gift from the universe. It was showing me where I too was still falling into the trap of trying to perform instead of align. I don't use social media a ton. I had thought I was doing a good job with it, but I deleted my Instagram. And I don't post a lot, but I do a lot of stories. And I often would post a gym selfie or some of my workout that day, some funny memes. And I was getting a lot of validation from these stories. You know, you look so good, or you're so strong, or even just people liking, right? That was just, I'm getting approval. Little fake dopamine hits every time I would go on there. So I was still very much living in that old earth, perform, work, try. We need validation, we need approval, we need permission from others. Well, that's not what we need in the new earth. The new earth does not need another social media influencer. They don't need to see a picture of me flexing at the gym or doing my deadlifts. And I don't need the approval or validation or permission from others to live that way anymore. See, this new earth is all about living in alignment. And we get there by living our most authentic, true lives, doing what we want without fear of judgment from others, approval. That's not what the new earth needs. And you know, I am a coach, but I'm also a yoga teacher, and that is my true passion, is yoga, and being in there with my students and being vulnerable with them. And I do music classes where I get to be creative and create these magical playlists, and we just have so much fun. The new earth, we get to play with the universe. And speaking of yoga, I was talking to one of my friends who is also a yoga teacher, and she said to me, she said, you know, I should really try to be nicer. There's that word, nice. You know how I feel about nice people by now. And then she said, but people seem to like me. And I can confirm, people actually love her. They flock to her classes. There's certain students that will only take her class. And my response to her was, no, you don't need to try to do anything. You don't need to be nicer. You don't need to perform. Because the world needs your authentic self. And that's why she's a magnet. People love her. She is authentic. She is a badass. She's not kissing people's butts or being fake, putting on the mask and performing for others. It's time to stop performing. It's time to be authentic. And you may ask, well then, how come you're on YouTube if you're being so authentic? Well, guys, this is me. I share it all on here. The good, the bad, the ugly, the messy. And that is who I want to be now. That is who I am. So think about that. Where are you still performing for others, trying, working hard, thinking you need to do in order to deserve? You deserve to live your best life. You are worthy of it simply by being you. Just like when you were born, you didn't ask for permission to do anything. No, it was all the conditioning, the years and years of conditioning placed upon us from the outside world, from our caregivers and our teachers and our peers and the rest of the world. That's who told you who you should be. You need to remember who you are before all of that. So that's what I got for you guys today. You won't see me on Instagram anymore, at least for a while. We'll see where my journey goes, but I will be on here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like only if you like it, only if you're in alignment, right? When we are in alignment, that's where the people, the places, the opportunities, you just watch. You'll be able to do what you love in this new earth simply by having the courage and the self-love to be authentic, to stop the performing. I don't script these, I don't edit them, I don't filter them. I'm just here speaking my truth. And again, that is what we need. More people that have the courage, the strength to speak their truth without fear of judgment. So leave me a comment if you'd like. Did this resonate with you? And go have a magical day today. Choose you. Choose you in every now moment. Stop performing. Start aligning. Until next time, Namaste.